So my dad was always ranching and baling hay, and the whole thing never really made sense to me because, if you get a lot of rain in the summer, then you have a lot of hay, but everybody has a lot of hay, so the price goes down. If you don't get a lot of rain in the summer, then nobody has a lot of hay, including you, but the price of hay is through the roof. So it just didn't seem business-wise doing that. And then the cattle, I just kind of thought they were stupid because, I've messed with them, helped him with them, and I just didn't ever want that to be a part of my life. And then we bought some land off of my wife's dad. He said, hey, I left, I think it was 10 head of cows out there, a bull, and two steers or something, so. And I thought, well, I'm going to take those to the sale barn, as soon as I can. But I really didn't have a chance to take them to the sale barn for a while, so I had to feed them. So I don't know, just in the couple of weeks, they kind of grew on me. Just the whole thing of where you're caring for them and they're kind of dependent on you. It was just a relationship that I liked after a while. There's something pure about this lifestyle, where you can be out there, there's nothing get rich quick about it. You're out there you're working, you're 100% blue collar out there, but it also at the same time, it's a peaceful work. Not always, sometimes it can get hectic, but I think the most rewarding thing about being a rancher is that you can do it. You can survive the hard years. Ranchers all over the country. I'm not experiencing anything that most ranchers throughout the country don't experience, and they have to adapt. They have to figure out how to make it on a hard year. This year's a hard year. I've had to change a lot of things, but I think they just find pride in that they can make it through. They can weather the storm, and they can adapt. Most people that are successful in ranching are good at wearing a lot of hats. Direct-to-consumer I like. I don't necessarily like, and I don't even plan to ship meat across the country. I want to sell it to people that I know. We started doing that for our family, the meat that we would eat. The beef I'm producing for somebody else, my family's eating too, so everything that goes in it, I'm mindful of because I know my family's going to be eating it too. I think the customer likes the fact that they're buying it from somebody they know. They know everywhere that animal's been. They know how it's been treated. If they happen to come out to our ranch when they buy it, then they know exactly where it came from. They can see how we handle them, where they're kept. It's just a level of transparency that they get that they don't get from the box stores. You meet some nice people that really care about, what they're putting on the table at their house. How I got in the construction business, growing up, my dad built metal buildings, barns and stuff like that, and he also had 4 or 5 years where he did swimming pools. Well, I was helping him in both of those endeavors as a kid. Got out of college. Eventually we quit pools and just went into commercial construction. We were building schools and offices and dentists and stuff like that. But our main thing was schools. I heard that the Oklahoma Department of Transportation had deficient bridges and the repair cost is going to be around $6 billion. Realm of about 3 years, we got to where we could do a full bridge. We started looking into concrete plants. I remember the first time I was at the World of Concrete in Las Vegas, and 2 years later, we got our first plant, and that was in 2019, and then in 2021, we added a second plant. I think if you live in America and you think about the West, you think about everything west of Oklahoma, all the way to the coast of California. But on a world stage, the whole country of America is the West. So, and I think that's probably a closer depiction because you'll find the same grit in California that you'll find in Rhode Island. or South Carolina. Geographically, you can say the West is the western half of the U.S., but the West is the U.S. It's the freedom, it's the free enterprise, it's the dream that the rest of the world has, that they can come here and they can start from nothing and they can build something and be successful. I don't think a person probably ever has a chance to reflect hard enough to see how the West has really affected them. You know, I don't know that I would ever have taken the plight of the pioneer going west, trying to settle land, make a living through all those hardships, and realized that grit and that determination and that wherewithal to get it done, no matter, you know, you don't have anybody to fall back on when you're out in the West. You got to find a way to make it happen. And to look at it now and say, yeah, was that passed down in generations to where even now, you know, you can find that same determination, that same grit in people, and most of them would never know where it came from. But it came from what it took to settle the West. It was hard, and people had to endure. My name is Whisenant, and this is my West.